following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name is Carly Evans. Alongside with me is Mason Shafronik, as we are here on this extremely windy Thursday afternoon, where your Frederick Golden Eagles, sitting at 7-8 on the season, are going right up against the Erie Tigers, who are sitting at 10-5. So, Mason, anything you want to add about this about this weather condition?
It's a little windy. That won't faze us.
No, of course not.
I can tell you, a ball's not leaving the park. The wind's blowing straight into home plate.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the wind's probably going to play the biggest factor. That's going to be their biggest opponent versus each other.
Yeah, and I can see outfielders just losing balls through the air, not being able to track them out, because the ball's going to fly funky.
Yeah.
But we got some good action here. Erie's coming off. Erie's a hot team on the road. They're 4-1 on the road. Their only loss to Silver Creek was an early Saturday game.
Mm-hmm.
Something a little funky, but even in neutral site play, they kind of just dominate.
Yeah.
I look, see them take control.
Agreed.
Frederick, though, coming off kind of a heater. Last Saturday, 22-2 on Fort Lupton. I saw that. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
I mean, it's almost like an unfathomably big number. Like, that's not something that people score in a baseball game. That's like, I don't know.
It's like a football score.
Yeah, no.
It's a real funky football game.
Yeah. Few safeties and, you know.
Looking on Erie, though, their most recent game was a loss to Holy Family at home. They lost 10-4. Biggest thing for Erie, they just couldn't get the bats going. Yeah. They got one run in the first, and then were kind of a drought throughout. They ended up picking 3 more runs, just scattered throughout. So we'll see. First pitch underway here. Leading off for Erie, number 19.
Which one's your buddy you were talking about?
Shows bunt early. I have a class, third period today, with number 17 on Erie. To be honest, I don't know his name.
That's okay. We'll find out eventually.
Yeah, I don't. He might be riding the bench today. Second pitch.
Way outside the box.
New pitcher we've never seen before, Nate Rapp.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Rapp on the mound before, so new look for him.
It's always different to see a lefty throwing, too.
Yeah. Rapp winds up.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Stung the Erie bench.
Yeah, contact, but not exactly what they wanted early on. Obviously, though, still staying in. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's no ant pile to worry about today, so. As Rapp lines up, that'll go up, and way out of sight. Kind of the problem that you were talking about, hard to track them down. They're going to be moving very funky, kind of with the wind, but even then it's hard to predict because the wind, I mean, the higher you go up, the more it shifts directions, and it's harder to tell where it's going to bomb down, so.
Well, that, and then Clapp on shortstop was running backwards, which is always not ideal when you're trying to catch that fly ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not a great circumstance overall as Rapp winds up, gives him essentially a beauty.
See our first umpire strike call. A little funky. Gives it a little oh-ha.
Oh-ha. It's like a Ninja Warrior vibe. As Rapp checks at first base just to make sure.
Runner will go.
Runner going to second, and he might go for third, and he'll stay. Smart decision. I thought he was going to go for it there for a minute, which either way, probably out of the two would have been a safe bet to just stay, risking it a little too much.
Yeah, smart play out there, especially this early in the ball game. Got to see what Frederick's funk and mojo is.
I'm telling you, we do have to get one of those little inflatable tents. That thing is awesome.
We'll have to get a shot of it.
I know.
Middle of the inning.
Way outside.
Whoa! Strike.
Really? Huh.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Taylor McMaster did not believe so.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's very fascinating. I mean, I didn't believe it either, so. And little grounder. Tosses it. First. That'll be the first out.
Smart play by Clapp. He checked on the runner at second, saw he wasn't going, and closed it off there at first.
Yeah, starting to kind of cap Erie early on. Obviously, still plenty of time, but big thing they want to focus on is, like, you know, top of this first. You don't want to give them this momentum that could streak to other innings.
Umpire's got a large zone on the right side of the dish.
Agreed. I thought that was also going to be called a ball, possibly. And that ball is tending to arc a little bit to the right.
Runner goes.
And he'll be safe. Pretty much by a
Stand-up
landslide.
steal. Dang.
I mean, PK, glad he caught it. I mean, we saw some trouble early on already with trying to locate the ball.
Burnett saying something to the umpire, probably wondering where that zone is. They'll lock it.
It is a weird zone even from here, I can tell. As PK loses it this time, probably going to be a continuous problem throughout.
With that bobble from PK, Ward's able to round the bases and come in to set Erie up 1-0. Now to the dish, number 18.
Moy.
Austin Moy.
So you have Burnett sitting at first, and they're making sure he doesn't do anything. And then, do you have anyone at second? It's hard to tell from here. Cleared. Okay, so 1 out and 1 on first. Loses the ball. That'll continue to be a tendency. You can already tell. Losing the ball is going to be pretty common throughout this entire game. It's hard to track it.
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of funky through the air.
Agreed.
The wind is howling at this point.
It is. Wrap winds up. That should be.
No. I don't know where the zone is.
I don't either.
We're gonna have to learn here.
So 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know where the zone is either.
They look low.
Yeah, that'll be low. That'll be 3 balls, 0 strikes now. So this count working in his favor. 3-0, and that'll become 3-1, but still.
Rapp seems like he's just trying to find his groove here. Trying to start it off. Woohoo!
And that was a heater. Right to us, too.
Fouled right back at us.
Moy.
Moy's count moves full here.
So with a full count, it really just comes in the hands of Rapp. Nate Rapp. Checks first.
Runner goes.
Runner will go. And Moy. I think he made contact, so
Yeah,
that'll
he's
keep the
staying
count
alive.
alive. Yeah. Runner will go back. The walk of shame there a little bit. Made it all that way. All for nothing. Burnett might go again, depending on if what Rapp throws. And that'll be a walk. So Rapp, it's hard to find the groove when the wind is really working against you. And
Yeah, that pitch at a Rapp, 3-2 count. You have the batter where you want him. Not a very competitive pitch there.
No, it was kind of a softie a little bit. Like, looked a little. I mean, kind of just slung it in the dirt a little bit. Rapp winds up and bunt. As full bases now.
Extremely smart bunt there by Erie.
That was smart. I mean, if you thought it was hard to track down a regular fly, like pop-up ball, it's a little harder to track down a bunt. I mean, whenever we already saw, well, in this case, with this win, I mean, we already saw earlier on whenever the shortstop was trying to snag the ball, and there were a lot of problems with fumbling around with the glove and the ball kind of like inching away from. So now, base is loaded, and this kind of a dire situation for Frederick to kind of wake up. Coslet.
Boston Coslet here. Lefty
He's
on
kind
lefty.
of a tall. He's tall.
Tall and lengthy.
Yeah. And that looked way outside of the zone to me, but he still smacked it anyways.
Coslet looked late there.
Yeah.
Late on Nate's heater. Wonder if Nate will go back to that.
He's got 0 balls, 2 strikes. Not an ideal count for Coslet. The way Rapp's been playing, though, might have a little bit of leniency, as that'll be way outside. That one looked like it took the root of the wind a little bit, as now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rapp. Poised. Throws it. And that'll be hit. And that'll be one runner in. What a tongue twister. But 2 outs now, so they've kind of helped them.
Cosset will get himself an RBI, bringing Burnett through. Move it 2-0 for Erie.
So not a bad little start for Erie. We were talking pregame about kind of, you know, as you said, their hot streak of sorts and how Erie's
they're
a
just hot on the
competitive
road.
team, yeah. And they tend to play well in stands that like to boo them, it seems. So as
that pitch was right over the plate.
Yeah, that'll be a ball.
About a ball higher than the belt buckle. I'll go for a ball. Interesting.
Rapp. We'll see if they go. They'll see. All right, so they called it a ball. That
That's
also looks
just too high, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause that was same height, a little farther outside.
So Rapp just gotta poise himself. He's definitely letting these weather conditions get to him, and they've been getting a lot of hits off of these balls. Like, and Rapp looked like that was outside the zone too. 3-1.
Rapp just seems not very competitive his last few at-bats.
As this is another opportunity for Erie, where I believe bases are loaded, fully loaded once again.
Rapp's got 2 outs though. They can go.
So
They can go anywhere with the ball.
Craddock going to talk with their coach, and Rapp having a little chat as well on the mound.
Frederick's got to get out of this inning, only down 2.
I think Lefevre knows that too. Dom trying to kind of unrile him, one could say. Because I think he's definitely letting this already get to him.
Yeah.
Just watching the little grimaces, and you can tell there's a twinge of annoyance in there. So now, number 25, Craddock, up to the plate. Nate, low. They'll call that a ball. I can't tell if Nate isn't, like, if Rapp isn't seeing the zone, or if it's just a matter of the weather is making the zone a little bit harder to find, kind of a thing. It might be a little bit of both.
Yeah,
because
it
it
could
feels
be
like the
both.
umpire, it feels like his zones are changing a little bit. A little fluctuation. That could just be me, though. As Rapp winds up, releases, and that'll be another ball. So 2-1 count.
I've said it before, but Rapp's just not very competitive in these at bats.
Especially,
that
I mean,
1-1
with
ball
full
has to get
bases.
strike.
Yeah. With full bases, I mean, you know what's at stake here. You got to play like it, though. Because now it's 3-1. And you could give them an opportunity for a walk-in point.
Yeah, you can't walk a runner across. This pitch has to be there.
And he'll lose it.
And
But
that will
they get to it.
Rapp. Good play by Rapp.
Yeah, agreed. I saw the hustle. That, even though we maybe saw a little bit of like the lackluster whenever it came to like the urgency for pitching, you could definitely tell he was on it whenever it came to securing the ball. So props to Rapp. So Frederick falling behind by 2 and Erie jumping out by 2.
Only through the middle of the first, though.
Yes. So not much to worry about.
I was talking with Coach York to start the game, just getting a lineup from him. And I asked him, I was like, are we going to win today? And he's like, well, they're not throwing their starter. They don't believe in us. So
yeah.
I was looking at Erie's pitching rotation. They have 2 main guys, number 4 and number 12.
That's very interesting. I mean, obviously we have a few different pitchers that we cycle through too. So.
And I'm not really sure because I was looking when they played Holy Family on Tuesday. They split time between 2 different guys, and so I don't really think either of them's arms are that tired. Just I think Erie kind of checked this as a win.
That's fair. That's very interesting. So I believe that's Watts on the mound.
We'll see Frederick's batting order kind of mostly stayed the same.
Essentially, I mean,
The one big change in the 4-hole, now Danny Thompson. He got the bump up from the 6-hole.
Honestly, I don't blame.
No.
I don't blame them based off of his performance.
Danny Thompson rakes. And I was looking online. He leads the team in batting average.
Does he?
And I want to say slugging percentage.
That's impressive, honestly.
Yeah, he's
The slugger Danny.
The small little Danny Thompson has found himself in a concrete role for this team.
Yeah.
Always leading off, though. Alex Clapp, the speed demon.
So Watts.
Watts is like confused.
Yeah. Watts reels back, throws it way outside the zone. Unless they call it a strike. No, they called it a ball.
Yeah.
All right. Just
It'll
wanted
be
to make
interesting
sure.
if Watts can find this
He seems to.
slightly weird zone.
Yeah. Ooh, and he'll catch Clapp. Swinging on that one. That'll be Clapp's first strike. 1-1. Watts. Reels back. Clapp. He's at the top of the bat on it, but to no avail. 1-2 the count.
You can see Clapp choke up on the lumber a little bit. Just trying to put something in play.
Watts, once again. Made contact.
Staying alive. I wonder if that would have been a called ball. Because that was kind of a borderline pitch.
It was a little questionable, yeah. I mean, you were talking about what above the belt's been something a tendency that the guys called before the ump.
But also Clapp's a little bit smaller.
So his zone might be a little different.
A little down low.
Yeah. Watts. Reels back. And
Clapp able to stay alive.
Clapp, yeah. Strong hit for this win, too. I thought it was going to be a little bit more shallow. As 2-2 the count. And gets it off, rips it, but that'll be secured, my goodness. Number 4 for Erie. I believe that is, if my lineup will cooperate, that's Burnett. burn it with a diving snag at the ground to secure the first out for Frederick. My goodness. He put his heart and soul into it. Watts reels back. Pretty much a softball directly to Rapp. That was beautifully placed.
It's always interesting to see your pitcher bat in the 2-hole. That's just how much of a key player Rapp is for this team.
As Rapp. Nothing comes out of it. Now 2 outs. But Dom stuck in that 3rd spot, and we'll see what he can make of it. Fever now.
Fever's got batting gloves in his back pocket, but not on his hands. Wonder if it's a little strategy.
And you already know what I'm going to say. I love his bat. So.
Jeez, here we go.
I mean, hey, it's got personality at least. Ooh, that one flew. But that'll fly right into the outfield glove.
Erie able to go 3 up, 3 down. We'll retire the 1st inning. Erie looks solid on the bump.
No, they really do. I mean, offensively and defensively, quite frankly. I mean, there hasn't really been like a moment of weakness that I've seen from Erie in particular. So Rapp obviously will remain on the mound.
Let's take a look at Frederick's past schedule a bit. On Tuesday, they played Fairview. They took a 5-1 loss. This team, when they can score runs, they'll win. But it's pretty difficult to win when you only score 1 run. And we find you look throughout their lineup. Whenever they put up a good amount of runs, they will find their way to win. Which, like, you got the dad sitting at home like, no duh, kid.
Is that what they sound like?
This kid don't know ball.
Oh no.
But then we were talking earlier, last Saturday, a 22-2 win.
That is nasty. That's not even a baseball game anymore. I don't know what you're playing.
I'd love to look at the stats for that game.
Oh, how many runs do you think Danny Thompson had in that game?
Danny had a 4-run game or something. I'm trying to look.
I know, I'm interested now. Let's see.
Thompson had 3 plate appearances with 3 runs.
That's not too bad.
3 runs, 1 RBI, 1 hit.
So what, 3 for 3 then? 3 appearances?
Yeah, 3 for 3.
That's not too bad. As Erie, they're back at it, trying to chip away more at Frederick's confidence, as we've already seen, as that'll be Hussey on the plate. Rapp obviously still on the mound. Rapp reels back. Ball comes shooting backwards. Still made contact though. 0-2 the count.
Hussey, the 9-hole hitter. Erie's already through.
They cycled through that lineup extremely quickly. As Rapp way outside. First ball, 1-2. Rapp. And my goodness, he'll send him packing home. What a way to retire him. First official out now.
Hussey took a nice cut at that one too.
Yeah, for the top of the
Just
second.
got his barrel over the ball. Nate just throws too much heat.
One thing I have seen is he does have the tendency to throw a nasty heater, which is impressive. That's hard to do in these weather conditions, as we're going to see a bunt, but it doesn't ride the line in the favor of Erie. As now we're back at the top. Ward now at the plate. Rapp. Ward, he'll make Great contact. Don't know if Frederick can get there in time, and they won't. So Frederick backpedaling now, trying to get the ball away, as that'll be 3 bases.
Nice stand-up triple for the young kid.
Honestly, that deserves a dance. I don't blame him.
Gave a little triple jump.
That was nasty, though, for the outfielders to try and track down.
Yeah, you
Because,
get
I mean,
nice,
it floated pretty much.
nice pull hit. As a lefty, that right field gap is your friend, and he found it.
Yeah, he found the gash indeed as Rapp winds back. And that'll be outside the zone. 1-0. Rapp winds up, outside. 2 balls now, no strikes. As this will be McMaster on the plate. I mean, Ward, he's being a little cocky over there. You can already tell he's just.
He's got that swagger to him a little bit.
He does. I mean, whenever you're placed at slot 1.
Yeah, when you're the one-hole hitter for your team, you got a little bit of that esque to him.
A little bit of fuel to your flame as Rapp. 2-2. Now the count. So went from 2-0 to 2-2. Solid performance from Rapp to come back.
Middle of the inning. Give a nice healthy hack at that one. You're good.
As Rapp winds back. McMaster will make contact. Easy floater. Is that Clapp?
I believe that is Clapp.
That's Clapp. So Clapp, he's an excellent shortstop. Able to track it down with ease.
You got a tiny ball boy. Is he a freshman or is he a brother?
I don't know. C-team star. That is
Coach's kid.
that is a small child. That's way outside. My goodness.
Dom's got to know it, though. He's got a runner on third, a quick
Yeah.
runner on third at that.
Yeah.
He's got to be a brick wall here.
Agreed. I don't even think that ball, like, touched anywhere close to the zone whatsoever. And that one, thankfully, we'll call it a strike. So 1-1 the count.
That was a foul ball, Carly.
Well, 6-1/2 still counts as a strike.
6-1/2. Here we go.
You don't like that saying, do you?
You can't say 6-1/2.
6-1/2 doesn't.
There
Sorry,
you go.
my bad.
There you go. You're just saying random numbers at the point.
3.141526, etc., etc.
I think it's 159.
Is it 159?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know your pi digits.
No, I just know 3.14. That's all I need to know for math. Rapp. And this crowd getting into it a little bit. Catches him swinging through it. Nasty. He's got to kind of recoup himself. That was, I mean, hey, he swung through it. Burnett on the plate. Rapp winds up. Floating.
Deep fly ball. The outfielders were able to get under that and secure the out.
I think they do like when these balls go like extremely high up into the atmosphere because those are easy to track just because they float down so gently almost like.
So we'll see Frederick come to the dish again, starting in the 4-hole with Danny Thompson, apologies. Danny Thompson starting us off when we come back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name is Carly Evans. Alongside with me is Mason Shafronik, and we were just talking about those bomb meatballs that I was talking about last time.
Yeah, here they go.
We're back into this conversation.
Carly, how was your meatballs?
They were incredible. I mean, I do have to say, for those of you who have never had like a grape jelly meatball, those things are to die for. I'm telling you right now. Those are impressive. Oh, now I'm craving those again. I sent Mason a photo and he said it looked gross.
I was like, that looks horrendous.
I promise you, I'm a woman of culture. It's good.
Thompson will foul off his first pitch.
So Frederick, they were barely able to squeeze through like the first three of their lineup last time. So hopefully a little bit more working in their favor for the second inning. As we're sitting at the bottom of the second.
Thompson will watch that just go by. He's got a battle here. Smart look for one.
So
1-2.
1-2, yeah. Took it right out of my mouth. Watts. Winds up. Pitch.
Good eye.
That was impressive.
Smart to lay off that one.
2-2 now. Watts. That'll be low and outside. So full count now. 3-2. Thompson.
From 0-2,
Quite the
he's
eye.
starting
That's
to
quite
battle
the eagle
here.
eye, yeah. And he'll stay alive. Just barely, too. Glances off his bat. Frederick does need to start focusing on like this whole building momentum, maybe not necessarily scoring yet, because you do have a lot of time left in this ball game, but you do have to focus on starting to get runners on bases and starting to get a little bit of momentum building, because as of right now, there's just been absolutely nothing really going in Frederick's favor, offensively and defensively, really.
We say that as Danny Thompson will get a backwards K right by him. Now to Rosine, the DH. Nifty pitch there.
Nifty indeed.
Came right back, right over the dish. They will retire that. New face here, Garrett Pepper.
Interesting.
Will come to the dish. Only a sophomore too.
That's impressive, and they popped him in the lineup. I don't think I've ever seen his name outside of tonight for starting lineup. Swings through.
How do you feel about that bat, Carly?
I like it. It's like cotton candy. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah. I was waiting for it.
That's the vibe it's giving off. It's cotton candy.
You'll watch two go by him.
So 0-2. Well, he swung at the first, and that was.
Yeah, you'll watch strike two go by him.
As Watts thankfully gives him a little bit of a break in all that action. 1-2 now.
Garrett's choked up way on that bat. He's trying to put any kind of contact. He will be retired.
That wasn't almost difficult at all. They made that look pretty easy, honestly. Watts put him away. Pretty much put him to sleep pretty
Watts
easily.
will go 3 up, 3 down once again.
No surprise. I mean, he's played excellent.
I think it's going
He's
to
the
take.
pitcher to look out for. He's a bit scary, honestly.
I think it's going to take Frederick getting hot 1 inning
Yep.
and racking up some runs in 1 inning.
As of right now, there has been 0 hot action. There hasn't even been like a jump in the flames.
Not even a runner on.
Nope.
Well, you know what? We got a no-hitter going. No hitter, no hitter, no hitter.
No hitter.
No hitter. And a perfect game.
Yeah.
He'll walk someone eventually.
Probably.
We're shooting for the announcer jinx.
I could probably jinx it if
Yeah.
anything. It's like, please, just do something. Walk one of them, if you wouldn't mind. As they're playing some NF up in here. Okay, I can get behind that. It's gone now.
Coach York's
but
got a special playlist.
I know, this is unique. I mean, last game we even talked about.
He's got anything in the rotation.
Yeah, the odd switch up. It was like a cacophony of like some metal, and then like what? There wasn't reggae, but reggae would have been awesome to have.
There's definitely some on that playlist too.
Probably. That is Moy back on, and that'll go just absolutely blasting out into the other field. Wrong field.
He was right on that pitch timing wise. That came
Yeah.
straight back.
Wrap. Points back. Lefevre loses a hand on it. Ump will just hand him a new one. It's not worth that.
Too much energy to
Yeah, exactly.
go
I
to
mean,
the
he's
backstop.
kneeling.
Yeah.
Wrap. Points back. And soaring. Can they get a hand on it? And they will. So great job tracking it down. As now, Carnival now. What a fun last name. Your
I was
last
thinking
name
that
being
when I was writing it
Carnival?
down. He's got a cool first name too.
What's the first name?
Well, 1 second.
Slight delay.
We gotta print rosters.
Where did that go?
It's right on the Erie dugout.
Ooh, I see it.
I hit the roof of the Erie dugout.
Lost it in all the hubbub there for a minute.
I lied. His first name's Jack.
That's my brother's name.
Jack Carnival.
I mean, it does have a nice ring to it, though, like with the last name, like Jack Carnival.
The name fits well together.
Yeah. As Wrap.
Carnival thought about it for a second.
Sitting at 2 balls, 1 strike. They're still up by 2. With only 1 out. As my goodness!
Oh man.
I thought that would be gone there for a minute.
I'm telling you, nothing's leaving the field today.
I think that hit him.
Left fielder though was completely lost. He was looking for it to bounce off the wall, and so he was looking at the wall. It bounced right behind him. Didn't even reach the wall. Didn't
Yeah.
even reach the warning track. That ball, you got wind pushing out though.
Yeah,
That ball
you
could have
got-
gone. It had the height, just not the legs.
Exactly. Not quite the velocity. That is way outside. First ball.
Cool set. We'll get his second appearance here. The lengthy first baseman.
Coslet's tall, yeah.
Only a sophomore too.
So relatively young then.
That. I thought that was a strike. They're gonna say it hit him.
They're going to say it hit him?
Yeah, like grazed his forearm.
He is very tall. My gosh. That's a tall kid. It's like looking at a child next to
Yeah.
him with...
Hopefully we can get a shot of the first base action.
Yeah, no, we're not joking whenever we say he's like a head taller than first baseman. And I think, is that Rap on first? No, that's not Rap.
no, Rap's
Whoa,
on the
Rap's on the
ball.
mound. Who is that on first? They look almost identical. That's creepy.
You have the roster.
I do have the roster. I don't know if they don't show everyone on the roster though, so the fun story of a roster. That's Stanton.
Remember Stanton's playing first base today.
Ooh, Frederick's starting to get a little frustrated here. You can tell. Just saw Lefevre.
Doozy little play.
Yeah. Lefevre had some choice words about that.
Oh, my boy's coming. We'll get a pinch runner on first base now. Number 17, Kyler Colbert. Good to know.
So they pulled lengthy then, didn't they?
No. Our lengthy fella is on second.
Ah.
Now to the dish, number 25, Chase Craddock.
This feels just like so many people are wearing just absolutely massive coats in this, and everyone collectively is just like miserable, it feels like. But not the Erie fans. They're pretty happy right now at this.
Colbert will try to advance second. We'll get the force out on 2. So Craddock will be safe.
But the lanky fella's over on third. I want to see him run. That's a lot of person to carry when you're running. I mean, like, when you're tall, you're kind of a moving target a little bit.
So Erie will go to the 9 hole now. Huzzy will watch strike 1.
My apologies for calling him the guy on third. It's Coslet. Just for name clarification's sake, as Rapp winds up,
That was way high. I lost the ball, though.
Lefevre has an AirPod in. That's amazing.
You haven't noticed that?
I did.
He's done that every game.
I've never seen that.
I'm going to assume he's probably listening to Coach in the dugout,
I would
Coach
hope
calling
so.
pitches. He's just on the phone with his girlfriend behind the plate.
He's like, sorry, baby, can't talk.
Yeah.
This heater just came. Gotta pick it up. We're just bullying him at this point.
It's like the poor man's pitch com.
Pitch call. As that'll be 3 straight smacks off of Rapp. None of them going in the right direction, but
No,
if he can get the timing right, it all just comes down to whether or not he can ace this timing. As he does, and that, ooh, they will capitalize. Coslet, he'll go through. And Roder gets tripped up on third. Looked like he was trying to make sure that he slid into the base, but he almost like backpedaled.
Yeah, I saw. I looked over.
I don't know how to
he's
describe
laying
it.
on his back.
Erie does have some extremely tall players. Like, let me see if I can see heights and max preps if they put those in.
It does not appear so.
Ugh.
Order will flip back over. Ward now, 3rd at bat of the day. And only the 3rd inning.
That's unfortunate. I always like seeing like how tall the different players are. It's fascinating. Sometimes you have these like short, like 5'5" guys that just hit absolute bombs. Yeah, no, none of them. I didn't even put weight.
What do you want? They're like social security number 2?
Yeah, occasionally.
Birthplace, middle school?
Middle school. No, elementary.
No. Mom's maiden name, dad's maiden name.
Ooh, a little bit of frustration.
Ward will watch one go by. It looked a little low and outside.
Yeah.
This zone is... I still haven't figured it out.
It's an interesting zone. It's 2-1 the count.
Oh, nice pitch by Rapp. Gave him a little downtown slider.
Yeah, Ward kind of feeling it a little bit there. You saw him. Frustration backed up a little. Rapp.
I'll come in and pop him.
As he dramatically
Now you're going to walk,
pushes
so I
out his
might as well
leg.
hit him.
Yeah.
see a mound visit. Rap in another bases loaded situation.
This is, I mean, they do have,
They got 2 down.
Yeah, but this is the situation that we ran into last time, where if he didn't clutch up, there could have easily been a few more points tacked onto that board. So.
And with McMaster being at the plate, you got a long shot here. Someone looking to go yard.
I mean, I would say Rap has been struggling this game. Granted, these are not ideal conditions by any means, but there is the whole aspect of sometimes you gotta learn how to adjust with these situations, because these games are not gonna play in your favor majority of the time. So finding out how can you kind of traverse this and work around to where you're still playing to the best of your ability, as that'll be outside the zone again. First ball. He cannot afford to let him walk.
Can't afford to walk and can't afford to pass the ball.
No.
Has to be perfect here.
And I think Rap definitely feeling that pressure a bit, as Erie is leading by 4 now. Frederick still has yet to do anything whatsoever. Is it? They'll call that a ball.
That was a ball.
Yeah.
I looked inside. Yeah, Frederick so far 3 up, 3 down in both innings.
My vantage point is awful of the other side of the the plate, because I'm a little lean-to. I lean to one side, so that's 3 balls, 0 strikes, and dust in my eye. Great combination. Rap winds up through what I could see that looked like a strike.
That was. I would have, if I was coach, I would have given McMaster the green light, because Rap has to throw a strike.
Yep.
Bases juiced.
And
He'll foul one off.
ooh, full count now.
Very smart. They'll send the runners. 3-2 with 2 outs.
Yeah, no matter the scenario here, you gotta send your runners. I mean, it's kind of a
Something
6
will
1
happen.
half. Doesn't.
6 1/2. There it is.
Rap. Cool, calm, collected, outside. As the person behind us just said, they could do some damage here, and I think they are. Erie leading by 5 now. I believe last time whenever we were talking to some of the players, I can't remember what they said the mercy rule is. Obviously still got
We're not in mercy rule territory.
No, not yet, but I do know there's something with the third that, as he is safe by a landslide, and they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going. I don't know if he'll make it, though. He will make it.
Yeah, they didn't even contest that. Overthrown ball from Clapp, the first baseman.
Coach York said that they're ready at the beginning.
Yeah, he did. And, well.
They're down by 7, so
7 with 2 on. And the rotation's been through. I guess we're now to the middle of the rotation. We're learning the mercy rule.
Mercy rule is up by 10 by the 5th. They're up by 7.
I'll squeeze by Clapp's glove again, and
so if the mercy rule
another
is
RBI.
This is interesting.
I feel like it's got to be like 17 after 3. It's got to be really high.
I mean, I just talked to our director, and he said it was up by 10. So I trust.
You said through 5 innings, though.
Yeah, but we'll see.
We'll get along
with 3.
Jack Carnival will come to the dish.
Granted, if they just keep going with this, then they might
They're
not have
rallying
any
here.
difficulty. Forget 5. They could probably do it in 3, honestly, at this rate. If they just keep going with this type of momentum. And especially the way that they've been extra preventative on
If you look down the left
defense.
field line, you can see a pitcher getting warmed up.
I can't tell who that
Oh,
is.
yeah, I
That
do
might
not
be
know.
Emery, but I could be wrong. I think, no, Emery's still on for. Let me take a peek.
Emery's
It looks
still
like
in the
number
field.
9.
But I could see Rat being done after this inning.
I agree. If that is number 9, that's Logan Rosine. So I believe that is.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
Rosine's the DH.
Yep. As this is Carnival once again. My goodness, I felt like we just heard his name. I think we did.
Yeah, they're running through. Runner will go from second. We'll try to test.
And safe by a landslide too. I mean, no
You like the word
competition.
landslide today. I
mean,
don't mind it, to be
yeah.
honest.
I just think of Fleetwood Mac when I say that too, so it's a good combo. A little bit of Stevie Nicks action as that is going up, and they'll get a hand on it. Finally putting a run
Garrett Papper tracked that one all the
in
way
the
in.
bag. Whew. Putting a run and this entire, I mean, I guess just putting a stop entirely to the momentum streak that Erie was on, which was kind of a hiatus. They were stomping all over Frederick. And they kind of have been for the past 3 innings. So
Yeah, especially on the defensive side
yes,
of the ball.
Frederick has done absolutely nothing essentially whenever it comes to offensive
Yeah.
speak.
As we've already said, perfect game so far. I'm gonna keep saying it. Perfect game.
I'm wishing
perfect
that
game,
Watts
perfect
messes
game.
something up so Frederick can get just a little life back in them. Because right now it's trying to wake a dead man.
Trying to wake a dead man. I like that analogy.
It kind of is though. I mean, they haven't had anything whatsoever, and it's really starting to affect their defense. Because I mean, as soon as the offense goes on, the defense has to go back on. Which, granted,
Right back out.
yeah, that's a lot of wear and tear, especially for your
That can
outfielders.
just take a toll, like mentally. It's like, I gotta go out there again.
Once again, it's been 5 minutes.
So Frederick's bottom of the 3rd. We're only seeing 6 guys at the dish. Well, now I get a look at Emery Stanton. See what kind of barrel to ball action we can get here.
Stanton. Watts reels back.
Stanton stood up straight like that ball's gonna hit him.
Yeah, that'll be a strike.
Nope, just a strike.
0-1. Watts backs up. Stanton, I believe.
We'll swing for 2,
Yeah,
yeah.
he swung. That was a low ball. I don't think he should have swung. But does swing at that
There
as
we
that
go.
gets ripped right along the line. Stanton. That's the start that they needed. That's hypothetically the start that they could have
Yeah.
used much earlier on, but they won't mind if they'll take it now.
I believe it's Lefevre.
It is.
Number 8. Oh, no, that's Cody Holmes.
Yes. I was like, wrong blonde. One of them's faux blonde. The other is.
Faux blonde. Watts kind of hung a curveball there, but Holmes unable to get anything on that.
Just keeping Frederick in line, of course, as we'll check first base.
Holmes showing bunt.
And
Be a back pick on Thompson. They're gonna say he's safe.
that was narrowly close.
Thompson should have gotten dirty there, or Stanton. Jeez.
You think everyone's Danny
just mixing
Thompson
those two
now?
up now.
I mean, Stanton does have an insane lead on that base, on that first base. He is
Yeah,
taking.
he was not expecting that back pick from the catcher.
No, he was not. Keeping Stanton in line, though, for sure. As Holmes will swing through it, and that'll be the first out for Frederick. So a little bit of Travis Scott action in here with a little bit of apple pie.
Kissinger going with the apple pie.
I can respect that song.
You didn't pick the good part of the song, though.
I know, that was like
Pick the intro. I don't know.
It's like the worst part of the song you could pick. As they might get 2 here. And I think they do.
will.
My goodness, that'll put Frederick away. Woo. So Frederick is saying hasta la vista now to any chance of
Any runs that could have caused.
Yeah,
We will see now Rosine
on the
getting
mound.
the call.
Honestly, I'm kind of thankful. I felt like it was starting to get kind of beating territory for Rapp.
Rapp just couldn't find the zone
No,
today.
he really couldn't. I mean, and there is that whole mentality of like there is always those off games where, you know, you never find the zone. It's just not working for you. Your hitting and pitching is awful, etc., etc. Like that happens, and I feel like today, no different. Was just, I mean, it wasn't horrendous or anything, but he was just struggling, and you could tell. So kind of glad that they put him away for the time being, just out of, I feel like both moral decency for his self-respect and for the teams. So, because that does take a toll whenever you just keep making mistakes and the whole
just
team
keeps
is
going,
feeling
going,
it
and going.
after you're losing by 8.
It'll be interesting to see how Erie responds to Rosine on the mound. Doesn't throw as hard as Rapp,
No.
but could have a little bit more movement.
He does have a little bit more trickery, though. I have noticed that. He's a bit more elusive with his pitching rather than, I feel like Rapp is just, he's speed. I mean, he is a fast.
It's all going
he's
to
a
be if
fast
Rosine
man,
can
but-
find the zone, though.
Agreed.
Watching these warm-up pitches, I think I've seen 2 strikes.
Out of.
I think he's thrown 6.
All right, you know, those aren't horrendous odds. And the real question is Erie gullible enough to swing sometimes? So far they've honestly been pretty on par. They haven't swung in a lot of things. As number 23, that'll be, I believe, Colset. Or Coslet, my bad.
It's just weird to pronounce opposing names.
Yes.
And not knowing how they're actually pronounced.
He continues to be tall, and looks like, does he have a brace on his foot and I think on his elbow? Kid's just banged up all over.
Oh, he thinks it's cool.
It's not. I can tell you right now.
I don't mind the ankle, to be honest.
The ankle's understandable.
You see guys come out here and have 18 different pads.
Woo! We both made a noise. We both made a noise on that one, as that'll be the first strike. Coslet swinging directly through it. No contact made whatsoever. Rosine backs up. That'll be in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking behind us, the clouds do
Yeah.
not look favorable.
No, they're looking a little scary. That'll come back. Hit the chains.
We've seen a lot of foul balls come right back at us
Yes.
today. All by Erie.
A lot of clean hitting. I mean, it's been directly back, just timing-wise
Yeah, they're
off.
getting their timing well. We just said opposite thing. As Rosine will get his first K of the day.
Timing off well, etc., etc. So maybe a little glimmer of hope for Frederick. I don't know. We'll see. Possibly some potential. I think this is the quickest out that they've had in a hot minute, with now the top of the 4th. But there is the whole idea of they are kind of inching near the whole mercy rule thing. If it is true that it's 10. Next
We're
inning.
not actually sure. We're not seeing no mercy rule. Frederick's going to turn up. So let him get to that 4th inning.
We'll see though.
So we'll get another pinch runner. My boy's coming back out. Kyler Colbert.
Colbert.
I hope he didn't lie to me. I hope he just didn't tell me a random number and he doesn't even go to Erie.
Yeah.
Rosine will get a hack through. Craddock swung straight through that. Craddock, the 8-hole hitter. We'll see. Probably see back to the top of the order again. That'll drill him.
That'll hit, yeah. No kidding. Craddock's pretty tall, too. I wonder if, I mean, they're not siblings, obviously, but distant cousins. Wherever Crosslet went.
Go to the 9-hole hitter here. Josiah Holsey.
I don't remember him.
You don't remember him? This is his 3rd at bat.
Is it actually?
Yes.
I am so sorry. His bat's not cool enough to remember, so that's probably part of the problem.
What bat's he have? He's got a Marucci something. He's got his left pocket untucked. I wonder if he knows that or not.
Oh, we'll find out.
Rosine will put one up near his eyes. Not a competitive pitch.
It does look like it counted as a strike, though.
That's got to be on the scoreboard operator.
Huh.
I believe
Yeah.
the count's 1-2.
I think it is, yeah.
That's what it should be, at least.
Yeah, it's 1-2 now.
There we go.
I was about to say, something felt a little off. Way outside. That'll be 2-2. Starting to get a little
It is. That
chilly
just
out
that
here.
when that wind goes.
Yeah.
We'll watch one come on the inside of the plate. We're full now.
As Rosine. He'll check the bases, wind up, and that'll keep him alive. These conditions continue to not be ideal. I feel like they've just been consistently worsening a little bit.
It is. And you get a storm blowing in.
Yep. As Rosine will give him a pretty ball, but
They're going to try turn 2, get the out on second.
so now 2 outs.
Kissinger will be pulled off the bag, trying to scoop one out of the dirt.
Now they do have, Erie
No,
does have a runner
who's
on.
that? That's Stanton,
That's Stanton.
not Kissinger.
They do have a runner on third, and I believe not a runner on second.
No, 1st and 3rd.
This umpire is directly in my way, rude. It's almost like it's his
I
job
feel
or
like we have a
something.
worse vantage point today
Yeah.
than last time.
No, yeah, the vantage point is awful for some reason. I don't know if it's
I mean,
just.
it's not off. We're right on the plate. We'll rotate back over to the top of the batting order. His 4th appearance today.
Ooh.
You pop up to the second baseman and we'll retire the side. So through the top of the 4th, we'll see Frederick come to bat, see what they can do, put the ball in play. Right here when we come back on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. My name is Carly Evans. Alongside with me is Mason Shafronic. Mason, how's your trail mix?
Trail mix looks pretty good. I've run out of M&Ms in the mix.
Nope. There's one
I
at the
got
bottom.
one M&M in the bottom of the mix.
Mukbang
But I got
time.
like one handful.
I should have brought the meatballs.
No, we don't like the meatballs.
Next time I'll bring sunflower seeds. Like we'll
I
do
should
like
have
a.
put a picture up or like in there so you guys can see how disgusting.
They were delicious.
These
I
meatballs look.
promise you, they were amazing.
Ugh.
No,
Ugh.
not ugh. They're great. Don't deny it till you
Ugh.
try it. That's a good motto to live by.
I'm gonna bash it till the day I die. We'll see Clap come to the dish for the second time.
As I bet Clap would want the grape jelly meatballs. He seems like the...
Clap would laugh at you if you
No.
offered him
He
meatballs
probably
like that.
would. He's all, grape jelly? Really?
They looked like little rabbit droppings.
Ew, that is not how I pictured them. I promise you guys I did not eat rabbit turds. That's not what happened.
I think Carly's a rabbit turd eater.
As what? He'll roll back. Send that way out of the zone. That'll be 3 balls, no strikes. Only if it's the meatballs, I guess. My dog, on the other hand, we got serious problems of talking about eating poop.
What? You cannot say that.
I'm just saying. That'll be a strike. Interesting.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Watts gave the nod of like, okay, if he's not going to swing at that, I'm going to put it right there again. Yes, he did. That looks outside. If he gets rung up on that, I'm yelling at him.
3-2 now, full count.
Probably
Clap.
be the same pitch.
Probably. And it is, except he swings. And he'll make contact, so keeping
Watts
it alive.
has learned that edge of the plate.
Yeah, he has. He's using it to his advantage, though. I mean, might as well.
He fouled up and back. Full count here. Watts giving the shake. Now the delivery.
Watts, way outside. And something, a glimmer of hope for Frederick. As now, you got a speed demon sitting at first.
I expect to see him get the go sign.
Yeah,
Try
100%.
to move a runner here. Rapp will get his second look at the dish.
Oh, I have CMAS tomorrow. Sorry, that's just a novelty thought that just hit me. I mean,
We were, my 4th hour today, we were in the gym setting up the tables.
oh, great.
There's so many tables.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 2.5 hours of testing with every single junior.
Every
so
single junior in
it's gonna
one
be a little
room.
rough.
Clap will go. Ball's outside, fumbled by the catcher.
As long as I can eat food while I'm like in the room and just see how many people I can make mad as I'm like chomping on my
Chomping.
breakfast. But what would be worse is if my stomach grumbled whenever everyone's quiet. That thing would echo. Those rooms are bad. As
Rapp will get jammed in the hands. We got force out on 1. Will advance Clap.
yeah,
though.
Clapp will be sitting at 3rd like the menacing threat he is, kind of looming over. I guess looming next to, not really over, but looming next to Erie.
So we'll see Lefevre.
Lefevre once again.
Once again, has batting gloves in the back pocket. First pitch swinging. That ball will drift too far to the right, be over the fence. And he'll get a second pitch.
You're a weirdo, Carly.
I'm not that weird. Oh, it's right there. Yes.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the pen. ASMR vibes.
Please save the viewers.
Welcome back, everybody. As Lefevre, he'll stay alive, as will my ASMR dreams.
We probably just lost all of our viewers.
They're all
right there.
gone. They're like, this girl needs to get off the air. Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be my professional career. Just you wait.
Oh no. Oh no. Nightmare.
I won't do ASMR whenever it comes to the real deal, but this is real ASMR, so. Your best friend is at the plate. The one who you see him everywhere. It's a
Yeah.
little creepy, but that's okay.
What?
All right, Thompson. Watts-Thompson matchup. This should be interesting. Made contact.
All the balls are flying to the right. Guys are just late on their timing. Not able to get that barrel there early enough.
It seems to be getting a little bit windier.
I wonder how much the viewers can hear the wind.
You could probably hear it a little bit. As for those of you who are watching, drop a comment in the comments, in the chat.
Chat, drop comments in the chat.
Chat. W's in the chat.
The weather app's got us around 20 mile an hour, gusting 25. From the northeast.
Gusting about 25 miles per hour?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. I thought it was worse. I think just this wind is making it chillier too. We're going to get ridiculed for talking about the weather.
Thompson's still staying alive.
Watts, he's been fighting with him for a little bit. 2-2 count. Way outside. That was outside, but I guess not. That's interesting.
So Erie will roll over to the top of the fifth.
Because now they're going to play Going Bad with Meek Mill and Drake.
They're playing a little Kanye earlier,
They were.
and Carly's a fan of Kanye for some reason.
Not his viewpoints, but his music for sure.
You support everything Kanye says?
That is a lie. I never said that. You are not quoting me on that. There's a lot of questionable things that man has done. Everyone who's tuned in, drop your favorite Kanye song in the chat.
You know my favorite Kanye song? Silence.
You don't like
And
you don't like the one where
he
he's
does not
like
make a song named Silence.
you don't like the one where he's like scoopity boop boopity boop. That one? Not even that one.
Can you keep singing that for us?
I'm not singing scoopity boop for the rest of the time. I probably could find the clip actually. Let me see if I can. I have to make sure.
Just sing it for us.
I don't know all the lyrics though. I know there's a lot of poop-de whoop. There's a lot of that. I almost just searched up skibbity. That's not what I wanted. That's foul. Scoopity. This is going to my search history, by the way. Scoopity poop Kanye song.
If you're still watching, we appreciate you.
Yeah, it's the poopity scoop, scoopity whoop song.
What the heck? That's miserable. That's utterly miserable.
I don't know what you mean by that. I think that's beautiful. For copyright issues, we could only play 3 seconds, but...
McMaster now at the dish.
Rosine. That'll be outside the zone. High ball, too. On the way back.
As what, Carly? Or is that just your filler word?
As... Yeah, no, it is. As nothing's happening, except the storm is brewing and gathering more clouds and getting closer.
As.
And I really want to start singing Kanye again.
McMaster will swing through that one with a count 2-1.
Frederick, they're kind of falling behind continuously as they can... If Erie can continue this momentous streak, then...
Pepper
Frederick's
is able to
gonna
get
go
onto
no
that one,
problem.
though.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Pepper's had a solid day in the outfield.
Agreed. So, 1 out down, 2 to go. Erie is still leading by 8, which very voluminous number. The Kanye song is stuck in my head now. And rips it to the left. And they will lose track of the ball. Not the ideal for Frederick. This is the
It's
last
just
thing
little
they need.
errors like that.
It
that
is.
set you apart.
That's kind of the cherry on top for Erie. I mean, small mistakes like that can pretty much make or break a game, especially.
And he was able to capitalize on that. Should have been a single.
Yeah.
Able to pick up an extra base. So we'll now see Austin Murr.
Moy.
Moy?
I don't know. How's it spelled?
M-U-I-R.
Oh, I guess Muir.
Manure?
No. That is the opposite of that. That poor kid.
I don't mean that towards the kid. I thought that's what you said.
No, I said Muir. Not manure. That poor kid. He's gonna hear it and be like, "Who called me manure? That's not my name."
I like your accent for it.
Thank you. It's probably not what he sounds like. That's what a lot of people in Texas sound like, though. So, I've been indoctrinated. For those of you who want background context, I was born in Texas, so. If you were just genuinely confused whenever I was like, yeah, nope, I was indoctrinated. I truly was.
That's a big word.
Indoctrinated?
Yeah.
What about the word that I got on my SAT the other day that was surreptitiously, and I had no clue what that meant. I didn't even know that was a word, quite frankly.
No, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, no. I had to look it up afterwards. I got out and immediately that's the first thing I searched. I was like, I have no clue what that means.
Murr will get himself a nice double to the left field gap. Left center gap. We'll bring a run in too. Push it to 9-0.
Ooh. So about that mercy rule.
I think we're getting there.
We're getting kind of close. Especially, they have 1 out remaining.
What do you? 1 out remaining.
Oh, sorry, 1 out down. I don't know where I was looking. Hello.
How's that a ball? Come on, Blue.
And that'll go streaking upwards. Should be easy to track down.
Pepper will get that one. Runner will go from second to third.
Ooh, this is dangerous.
Stand up.
2 outs. So now 1 to go. But runner on third. And a lethal weapon at the plate.
Koslick coming again. His fourth at bat. That is not the worst thing I've ever said. That is not the worst thing you've ever said. You're a giggle fest.
I am not. Oh, what was that?
Fastball, runner goes for home.
Ooh, what? He's got it.
Not even going to compete.
So now they're up by 10. Here's the real question. What do you do now?
Hey, you keep playing the same baseball you've been playing.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Frederick, I wouldn't lie down in the dirt at this point. I mean, you've made it this far. Just make it through the game. Obviously, my preference is to get out here before this weather gets nasty, so we don't have technical issues, but...
Did you hear it's supposed to snow tomorrow?
I did hear that. I also
I
heard
can't believe it.
I believe it might snow on Easter, too, so that's fun. Our director really wants it to snow on Easter. He shakes his head.
That'll be another ball.
Huh.
Count goes to 2-1.
Rosine way outside of the zone. That'll be 3-1. Whoever's updating the scoreboard, they're kind of slacking a little bit.
Another foul ball right back at
flying
us.
right back. As here comes the child. I really want to know.
I don't know
Is that like
who
a
he is.
kid or like actually a player? Then I genuinely feel bad.
we'll get a walk on 4. 2 down. Can Frederick get out of this inning?
I do have to say, if they can score a few more times out of this, I don't know, Frederick, you might want to put this game away before it gets nasty.
Well, we got a new hitter here. Number 1, Evan Dillinger.
Huh. Like Dill Pickle?
It is like Dill Pickle. He's got too short of pants. You can see his little ankle socks.
Little ankle socks.
He'll sky one.
Ooh.
Is that caught? Good
He caught
catch.
that.
Not a kid.
Who was that in the outfield?
I think it's Cody Holmes. Yes, it is. Cody Holmes
is.
will get himself a
Wow.
grab.
That was impressive.
Can Frederick find themselves a run here?
What a snag. I mean, oof. As Mason is
I'm shivering.
it's a little cold out here.
I woke up this morning. Oh, it's perfect data. Shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, bad idea at this point.
Yeah. What the heck?
I mean, the weather shifted weirdly quickly, and now it's just been accumulating ever since then.
I wonder if Frederick can't score a run here. Does it go mercy rule?
Honestly, I would
10
probably
up
say
through
yes.
5.
That's
Good
pretty
chance.
bad. I see Coach Platt. I had him for.
I love Coach
He's
Platt.
so chill. He's funny too. I found out that he's from Texas too, so me and him had some Texas bonding time.
Coach Platt also played some college ball.
He did, yeah. He wasn't too shabby too, from what I heard.
He was an assistant golf coach. Like day 1, he was here at the school. I met him. He's a cool lad. Grown ever since. I'll sometimes even skip my 3rd hour to go join his PE class.
Really?
Yeah, with Jackson Gibbs. Another announcer. Oh, here's a plug. GBNEs.
Yes.
We
Oh,
have
that is a good
voting
plug.
contest.
Yes.
It ends tomorrow night at midnight Mountain Time.
Everybody, drop in the chat if you're voting for me.
Chat's gonna be dead.
Nobody's doing
Nobody.
it. They're all, nah. No, but seriously, please go check it out.
Yes,
I
go
promise
vote.
you, we
I don't
appreciate
really care
it
who
big
you vote
time.
for. I'd
Yeah.
love for your vote for me, but just go vote. Rosine will watch one cross over the plate for ball 1.
Oh, those meatballs sound so good right
No
now.
one cares about the meatballs.
They do though. At this point, I've developed a relationship with the people who are listening with these meatballs. I mean, they understand my pain.
She's howling out here.
Yeah, it's getting breezy. Thankfully, our microphone hasn't fallen like last time. Don't even know how that happened, quite frankly. Knock on wood. There's no wood around. Awesome.
We got a little concrete block over here.
Knock on plastic.
Per straight up Google, if a team's ahead 10 or more runs after 5 innings, it'll be run
Ooh,
rule.
that looks nasty.
Oh, man. Be another foul ball. Rosine trying to stay alive here. Got himself a full count. There's a fire truck in the distance.
I know. I thought that was it almost sounded like a tornado warning thingy. Maybe I'm just manifesting it.
Carly wants it to be done.
I never said that. Just meatballs.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Now it'll go 3-2.
Yeah.
Who is running the scoreboard?
Full count. Yeah, they're behind big time with this scoreboard.
Rosine. And he's going to get rung up on a pitch way inside.
Oof.
What a questionable zone today.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with all this. And number 19. I think they're starting to throw in not
Who is
typical
number
players.
19?
I think these are, hold the phone.
We got to look it up here. We need to start printing rosters.
We do. I think
We
I might
apologize,
have
guys.
substitutes on here. I could be totally wrong.
You'll watch strike one go right
nope.
over the plate.
That's awesome. I think they're starting to throw in JV players.
We'll take another cut for strike two. Number 19, Zaya Jones.
I have never heard
No,
of.
he's a sophomore. Listed as position utility. He's an all-around guy.
Yeah, that's impressive. Probably plays JV or something. Just swinging up for now.
If he can run, he'll be able to
He's
throw
pretty
out.
fast though. He's for being
Yeah.
he's tiny, but he's fast. So
So 2 down. See the man of the hour step up to the dish. Danny Thompson.
is that Danny?
Or is that Emery?
That's Emery.
No, I did it again.
This poor man.
He'll watch what looks like 102 fly by the eyes. He'll get backed out of the box on that one.
Speedy recovery though. He jumped up like it was nothing. He was a little too eager on that. Watts backs up.
3-0.
Stanton, good count as of right now. It's working in his favor.
Give him the green light, coach. Let him fire away on this one. He's going to watch a slider hang right down the middle.
We should do a mukbang with those little Shakalicious gummies. Like
What? That was random.
It was just on my mind as
Stanton will fly out to left field. And that will conclude today's ball game. Your Frederick Golden Eagles will take a 10-0 deficit on their home turf.
nasty, nasty action for Frederick. Honestly, not much was working. Nothing was firing on any cylinders. Like
No.
it just felt very like.
And I think the story today was errors on the defensive side of the ball and only having one hit the entire baseball game.
Which that never works out in
No,
any
that
baseball game, quite frankly.
Recipe for
Recipe for disaster, yep. As this presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network has been brought to you by a talented crew of students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I've been Carly Evans alongside Mason Shafronic. Our camera operator has been Cole Stanton. Our director has been Marcus Key. And our chairs are blowing away, so this will be our sign to say hasta la vista and thank you for tuning in for today's ball game.